Getting us underway, that's Richard Mark's biggest hit. And before Hazard, you were listening to Greg, who'll be back on your radio next Monday at 8. Well, good evening. How are you? Welcome to the Night Cruise. 2 hours of the best 90s and noughties romance, relaxing and chill songs between now and 1 tomorrow morning. Thank you for joining me this evening. My name's Feargal, and you know what? If you'd like to reach out to me for any reason at all this evening, you can send me a text or WhatsApp to 085 2899 092. And if you are going to send me a WhatsApp, then why not tell me all about it by using the voice note feature? If email is your preferred way to get in touch, you can send me one of those to hello@freedomfm.ie. And if you like the sights and sounds on social media, it's voice actor Fergs on Blue Sky, Threads and Insta. And here's the thing, you will need those contact details in the next hour if you're going to play our triple threat game, and in this hour if you want to get some Tuesday shifting on with me. And I'll tell you more about both of those in a bit. And look, if you don't fancy playing any games but are in love with someone, feeling loved up by someone, or alone and missing your love and want to get a romance shout out, then get in touch and I'll do my best to get your message on the radio. You know what, I saw them at The Point last week, UB40 with Ali Campbell, and that was them with Robert Palmer from 1990, and I'll be your baby tonight. Evening, you're listening to Freedom FM's Night Cruise, and the good news is you're just in time to get some Tuesday shifting on with me. Now, look, if you haven't a clue what that means, don't worry. Let me run how this part of the show works by you, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get involved. You see, I want to hear from you if you are, like me, on shift at work this evening, and I don't mind what work you're doing. You could be doing some driving work, you might be night managing, you could be trying to get a restless baby to sleep, or you could be in the dreaded factory. It doesn't matter. Come on, come all, get in touch and tell me who you are, where you're working, who you're working with, and what, if anything, is getting you through your Tuesday evening shift. 085 2899 092 on text or WhatsApp, and let's celebrate everyone who's at work this evening. From his All the Lost Souls album, Carry You Home was an April 2008 hit for James Blunt. Now, look here, a few of you have sent me in some emails over the last few days, so I want to start this evening's romance shout-outs by saying hello to Katie Rice, who sent in this one. Feargal, she says, could you be so kind as to play a love song of your choice from my lovely man, Mike Harden? It's his 45th birthday on Tuesday, so can you please tell him that he means the world to me and that I love him always and forever. Happy birthday, Mike, and I hope you have a great day, and thank you for getting in touch, Kate. Now remember, if you've got a special mention you'd like to get out on the radio and you want to be sure of hearing it, then send us an email ahead of time to hello@freedomfm.ie and we will get your message out on the radio. That email address again is hello@freedomfm.ie, and that's where Martina Buckley has sent in this email. Feargal, she says, could you please wish my lovely husband Pat a 15th wedding anniversary for us for tomorrow, Wednesday 10th of April? And can you tell him that I love him so much that I can't put it into words? What a wonderful thing to say, Martina, and happy wedding anniversary to both you and to Pat for tomorrow. And our final romance shout out for now goes to Jamie Wilkinson, who said on this email that I got this afternoon. Feargal, can you please give my wife Ashley a birthday romance shout out for this evening? She's going to be 46 tomorrow. Not only do I want to get an early happy birthday in for her, but can you also tell her that I love her with all of my heart? Happy birthday, Ashley, and thank you for getting in touch, Jamie. So for both of you, as well as for Martina and Pat, Katie and Mike, here's some Gary. That was a number one back in November 1990. It's Enigma and Sadness on Freedom FM's Night Cruise, where loads of you wonderful night owls have been getting in touch to tell me what you're up to this evening for our Tuesday shifting bit. So let's start by saying good evening to Niamh Gillespie, who sent me in a WhatsApp to 085 2899 092. Hi Feargal, says Niamh. This evening I'm working as a supervisor in a call centre in Galway. There's not much happening at the moment, so I've got time to listen to you and Freedom FM on my headphones. And it's the thought of no one calling that's getting me through my shift tonight. Thanks for getting in touch, Niamh, and I really do hope that no one calls you and you have a nice, quiet shift. Steve McDonald's also been in touch. Fergsy says on this WhatsApp, tonight I'm working in a hospital in Dublin. I'm on my break at the moment listening to the night cruise, gathering my thoughts and getting ready to go back to the wards just after midnight. Can you say hello to me and all those nursing tonight? Thank you for getting in touch, Steve, and I certainly can say good evening to you and everyone who's nursing tonight. And finally for now, Jim Langley says, evening Fergs, this is Jim and I'm working in the port of Dublin keeping the cranes maintained and running. I'm on my break and having a feast of a cheeseburger and chips which are just delivered to me from a well-known fast food outlet. Love it, Jim, and thanks for reaching out to me this evening. Now, if you're at work this evening and would like to get in touch for a bit of Tuesday shifting, and why wouldn't you, then let me know who you are and what you're working at on WhatsApp to 085 2899 092. And for Jim down in the docks, Neve in Galway and Stephen at Dublin Hospital, let's have a bit of Billy, shall we? I don't know about that song. On one hand, I like it, but on the other, I sometimes think to myself, come on, Michael, you're blessed to have the life that you have. Stop moaning. Anyway, that's probably just me. I'm sorry for the rant. So let's get back to the business at hand because I have to finish out of this evening's Tuesday shifting before midnight. And if you've just tuned in and are wondering what Tuesday shifting means, simply put, every Tuesday we like to give a shout out and celebrate everyone who's working the night shift. So let's get to this final round started by saying hello to Darcy Gullis, who sent me in a WhatsApp to 085 2899 092. Feargal says, Darcy, this evening I'm driving my truck from Cork to Mallow with a load of foodstuffs on the trailer. I have to be at the depot by 1:30, so it's you, the cruise, coffee and chocolate that are getting me through the drive. Oh, nothing like coffee and chocolate on a night shift, is there, Darcy? But don't tell my waistline about it, eh? Now, Dawn, who didn't tell me her second name, is in Blanchardstown at the moment, and she says, Feargal, I'm not at work, but I'm having my breakfast before I go into the Tesco for the night pack and start filling the shelves ready for a busy day of customers tomorrow. Thanks for getting in touch, Dawn, and I do hope the breakfast is nice and tasty. And our final Tuesday shifting shout-out for this week goes to Ted Higgins, who's in Galway this evening, and he sent me in a Threads DM to voice actor Fergs. Feargal says, Ted, I'm working on the desk of a hotel. I'm here until 6 tomorrow morning. It's my book, and Freedom FM streaming in the background that's getting me through my shift. There's nothing like getting paid to read a book, is there, Ted? Says the fellow who reads audiobooks as a side hustle. Anyway, thanks for getting in touch, Ted, and I hope your shift remains nice and chilled. Now, I want to say thanks to everyone who got in touch for this evening's round of Tuesday shifting, and if you liked hearing about other people at work or will be in work yourself on a Tuesday evening, remember to come back then because that's when we'll do our next round of Tuesday shifting. You know, there's only a month to go to Eurovision 2024, and if Bambi Thug doesn't get into the final, I won't be watching again. Anyway, that was our last Eurovision winner, I think, from 20 years ago. That's Rock and Roll Kids on Freedom FM. Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to the Night Cruise for Wednesday, the 10th of April. My name is Feargal, and it's an honour to have you along this morning, and I hope to make it worth your while because I think I've got a half-decent hour planned out for us. As well as playing some of the best romance, relaxing and chill songs from the 90s and noughties, I'm going to do a round of romance requests in a moment, but before that, I'm going to get you in on some Triple Thread action. So if you're new to the show, welcome in and let me run how Triple Thread works by you. You see, before the show started, I popped into the production studio where I dug out 3 famous 90s or noughties romance or relaxing songs. I put them on the record player, I sped one up, slowed one down and left one as it was. Then I recorded them into a short snippet, which I'll play for you in a moment. And if you fancy being with the chance of possibly winning yourself a name check on the radio, all you got to do is tell me what songs it is that I've squished up into the snippet. So, with all that as clear as the mud in my garden, let's have a listen to this week's Triple Thread, shall we? Right, if you know what songs they are and fancy being with the shot of possibly winning yourself a name check, yes, an unbelievable prize this, a name check on the radio just before 1, then shoot me over your answer on WhatsApp to 085 2899 092 if you know what 3 songs these are. And if I get any wrong answers, I'll let you know right after we hear from Vanessa. It's Freedom FM's Night Cruise, and some of you will be mad at me if I don't get through some of your romance shout-out WhatsApps that I've received during the show. So, without wasting any more of your time, let's start with Mary Walsh, who sent me in a WhatsApp to 085 2899092. Feargal, can you please wish my partner Jason Salmon a happy birthday for 10th April, and can you also tell him that he is the light of my life? He makes me smile every day and I love him with all of my heart. Happy birthday, Jason. And Mary, thank you for reaching out to me this morning. Now, Nathan Rinn is in Longford and he says on this WhatsApp, Feargal, can you wish my wife Maria a happy birthday for tomorrow, Wednesday 10th, and tell her that she is the best partner and soulmate a person could ask for. Happy birthday, Maria. I hope you have a lovely day and thank you for getting in touch, Nathan. And finally for this round, Billy Sharp sent in a short message into my Threads DM. First he says, can you please say hi to Harper O'Neill? Hi, Harper, and tell her that she is the love of my life. Done and done, Billy. So for you and Harper, Maria and Nathan, Mary and Jason, here's the beloved. It was 1968 when Hal Roach and Burt Bacharach wrote I'll Never Fall in Love Again for the Broadway musical Promises, Promises. That is Deacon Blues' 1990 version on Freedom FM. Well, good morning. You're listening to The Night Cruise, where loads of you night creatures have been in touch with your answers for this morning's triple threat game. Some of your answers are correct, but some are wrong, including Save the Best for Last by Vanessa Williams, Elton John and Sacrifice, and Goodnight Girl by The Wets. So, if you know what 3 songs I have mushed up into this snippet, and fancy being with the shot of getting a name check on the radio this morning, you still got time to get your answers into me on WhatsApp to 085 2899092, but you gotta be quick because the answer is on the way right after we hear from Janet. This is Freedom FM's Night Cruise, the best in 90s and noughties, romance, relaxing and chill songs every evening between 11 and 1am. And I'd like to thank everyone who's got in touch with me this morning to play this week's Triple Threat game. And if you need a reminder, here is the snippet of the 3 songs that I asked you to guess. Now, you regular cruisers know that the computer in the studio here only lets me see 4 names at any one time, so even though most of you got them correct, I can only say good morning and well done to Ben Rush, who got in touch from Charleston in Dublin, Matt Cohen, who reached out to me from Clane, Eileen Booth, who sent her answer in from Enfield, and Kevin Kennedy, who got in touch from Bowles Ridge, who amongst so many others correctly said that this week's triple threat are... Well, hang on, before I tell you, I just want to remind you, if you enjoyed playing Triple Threat, can you do me a solid? Tell your friends to play along and join me next Wednesday just after midnight when we'll do it all over again. So, what are this week's Triple Threat? Well, in reverse order, they are Mariah and Dream Lover, Rod and Rhythm of My Heart, and of course, Puff Daddy. That's the last of this week's Triple Threat. Mariah and Dream Lover tells me that is all the mess I can make of your radio this morning. Thank you for your company, both you and your messages made the show as always. Now, Nikki B will do the next night cruise at 11 p.m. tonight, and up next, Darren takes over with Essential Beats right here on Freedom FM. As for me, I'll be back on Monday in 2 weeks with another night cruise. Until then, thank you for your time this time. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.